Hello everyone, welcome to Southwestern Living, and I'm Shalise, and I'm going to do an update on my no spend year. By the way, I'm also a mom to 5 children, and there's laundry going in the background. And it sounds like a cow about ready to give birth. I was thinking I needed to do these monthly updates on how the no spend year is going. And up until yesterday, I thought I would have a pretty positive video to share with you. However, yesterday I took my daughter to her 1-year checkup for a heart surgery that had happened last year, and basically they repaired some extra fibrous threads is the short story of it, and now she doesn't have basically many heart attacks every time. So yesterday we went up to Fort Wayne where saw her doctor. I knew we had at the beginning of the year I knew that I would go outside the what we need category, which is food, clothing, shelter. I knew we were going to do that mainly because, for one thing, I always take her out to eat after something like this. She absolutely hates doctors, very modest, and she doesn't want anybody to see her. And so it is very anxious time for her. And so having something that we do together, which is Starbucks and eating out, is just a calming something to look forward to in all of this. And I knew that was going to happen, and to be honest, I felt very positive about what we did. The coffee was off of gift cards, so I did not purchase anything there. And the food we went out to eat, since I have a little bit, well, again, it's not so much about the money as it is the discipline. However, I knew Aldi was also another trip we were going to make, and those were just solidified in my mind. That's what we were going to do. I had no intention of stopping anywhere else. And I would like to just point out that I did not go to Ollie's, which was one of the things that I always do when I'm up there because they have great deals on books. I did not. We were across the street from Ollie's, like this huge shopping complex. We were over here, and I did not stop there. So, as always, the things to count positive about this, right? Well, one of the things we found out when we got up there was just how cold it was and how inadequate my daughter's clothing was. The pants she had put on that morning had, well, by now you will have seen, no you won't have seen, this Thursday or Friday, you will see the shopping trip where we purchased a pair of leggings because we were going to put them under her dresses so that she's got a little more extra warmth for what she needs to wear. And so we don't have to keep purchasing pants. Well, one of the pants that she had that she put on, yeah, that did not work out once we got up there. And it was very thin and she was very cold, very cold. I had my skirt and my leggings on, and I was pretty cold too. So after the doctor trip, we just didn't have time before, and I was like, we still have to go to Aldi, we still have to go to a couple other stores. We're just gonna go to a thrift store and get you a pair of pants. And that way you've got some warmth. We've already at this point lost 3 pairs of pants in the last month. Let's just replace it. So first thrift store, found some items, no pair of pants. Second thrift store, because they're pretty much all within a range. Second thrift store, same thing. And at that point we were across the street from Aldi. So I was like, we're cold, you're cold. We've been at 2 thrift stores now trying to keep you warm. We're just gonna go to Aldi and then we'll just head home because at this point it's pointless. However, as we were pulling out of Aldi, daughter shopping gotten out, I discovered a thrift store I had never seen before. So there's our third thrift store. And to be honest, at this point, I have several bags of them in the car. So we go in and we find the pair of pants. We also find a CD player that, is this a need? No, we don't need this. My sanity needs this. We had 3 CD players here in this house, but we literally wear them to death. The kids love to listen to Adventures in Odyssey on repeat all the time, as well as the Adventures of G.A. Henty. Not to mention the Little House on the Prairie audio CDs that we have. These are listened to repeatedly. Some people have television in the background going all the time. We have audiobooks. And we've picked up all of our CD players secondhand because they last just as long as a brand new one. No joke. So, and because they get moved all over, I think that's part of it. Anyway, all this to say, got a CD player. At the end of the day, when we came home, I had acquired 5 new books, a CD player. One thing I did need, I needed something to melt down my wax. I had a coffee stainless steel thing that I was going to use, and my boys shot it up. I don't have anything else. So I found this little popcorn tin for like 99 cents. It's so big, and I can bend the top to make like a pour spout. So I can put that in my pot of water and melt things down. And
Mommy, look, I stapled them, and now it's a little book.
And now it's a little book. Let's not staple anything else together without Mommy being there. Thank you. I like your book. So that was something that I was looking at with all of the stores, with the thrift stores. I was specifically looking for actually a stainless steel pitcher, and I couldn't find one. But I found that one, and I was like, okay, we'll repurpose this. So that was something. We did find a pair of pants. Also, what we were trying to look for was a coat. We also learned that her coat is very thin. And we were trying to hold off until the end of this year because it's kind of small anyways. We were just going to hold off. And when we were up there, I was like, you know what? If we find a coat, I'm just going to do it. Not only did we find a coat, it was a very nice coat. It was exactly what she was hoping for. And it was in the 50% off. And she goes in there and she's like, good God. Good job, God. Thank you, God. I mean, it was funny. It was really funny because she kept knowing, this is not sounding right. This is not what I mean, no. So that was really fun, especially with the Amish all around us at that point. Not kidding. Not exaggerating. So, all this to say, how is this no spend month going? Well, there you go. There you have it. Came home with 5 books off after my no spend month. And what else? Oh, I also picked up a game. I did pick up a game. It was brand new, still in the shrink wrap. I can't bring it out because I don't want a certain boy to see. But it's Clue, but with Sherlock Holmes. Brand new, in the shrink wrap, $7. I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't. I was like, I am getting this and I'm tucking it away for his birthday because it is perfect. Not only for him, but for all of us. And we all love Clue, so I had to get it. So what does this mean going forth? Well, I think first of all, I actually had this on the agenda to film today, and this morning I woke up to Chantal posting about her no spend in February. I'll leave that link down below. But one of the things that she had mentioned, and one of the things that I was thinking about, so it's basically solidified this, was kind of creating a blessings journal. So I had got for Christmas from my friend Vicky a Erin Condren winter box something, and this came in it, and it says make the days count, and it is very simple, laid out like this. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this would be really cute for like those 5-year journals where you just kind of write something quickly. But this past week, I was just thinking, you know, this would be a really great blessings journal, prayer journal, a lot of that kind of thing. I think that's what I'm going to use it for. And then today when she was talking about it, I was like, that's it. That's what this is going to do. I'm going to spend my time deliberately writing down things that I'm thankful for, prayers that need to happen. Because if you notice, look, there is a date. Trying to do this well. There is a date up here, and then this, and then there's another section, and up there, and then below that is another date. So there's 2 sections and a date. And so I'm going to use one section for blessings and I keep saying blessings, I'm sorry. Gratitude. It's things I'm grateful for, things that are in our lives that I just need to take time and note and be thankful about. That's going to be one. The other thing I should have done yesterday, and I didn't think about it. She wouldn't have been up. But that accountability is, I really should have messaged my friend. I should have messaged her. She would have held me accountable, and that would have been a wise decision. And that's what the other option is that I'm going to, or the other plan in place that I'm going to do. The third thing I want to talk about is, with any habit that you make, your time to stop that habit begins or ends the moment you break it. So, for example, when my kids are learning to stop sucking their thumb, I buy something that they've really been wanting. Some Legos, a doll, whatever it is, and it's put on a high shelf, but it's visible. It is this visible reminder for them. And the idea here is visibly so you can see what your goal is. 2, once you start doing the habit again, I'm not explaining this well, but let's say for 4 days you didn't suck your thumb, but the 5th day you did, your 21 days of not sucking your thumb begins again on that first day. So my no spend year was to begin on January 1st. Well, today is January 21st, and I'm going from January 21st now all the way to January 21st, 2023. Because that's going to be a full year. And this could be a very long process if I keep messing up. As I talked about in the grocery haul last week, or this most recent grocery haul that I shared with you, when I got the coffee, which I guess broke it, but the goal here wasn't so much to rack up the money as much as it was the discipline of the actions. And so whether this takes me until January 2023 or May of 2023, the idea here is 1 year of no spend. So, how are you guys doing? I know not everybody is doing it with me for the full year. That's okay. That's why I make these videos. That's why I have these goals, and I'm making these videos because the one gal that my mom showed me that did this, I'll leave her link down below. She managed to do it great. She did it wonderfully. I have friends that are like that. I have friends that will say, we're not going to do this, and then they don't. They just sit down and then they don't. And that's not me. Not that it won't. Let me rephrase that. My mom will appreciate this. That's not me yet. Am I a woman of my word? Most of the time. I will put all of my effort into being so. But things come up and I can't always. That was me. Things come up and I can't always avoid it. So I'm learning to make sure that I am a woman of my word, that I am saying yes to the things that I can, that I am doing what I can with a disciplined attitude. And that is the goal here. The goal here is really, we are so blessed in our home, in our household. We have what we need and it's time to appreciate that. It is time to learn that just because we want something doesn't mean we need it. I mean, isn't that something we teach our kids? And yet, as an adult, we may do it to a certain extent, but are we doing it to the full extent? Anyway, I think I'm just at this point going to keep on rambling, and that's not the idea. The idea here is to update you and be real and honest with you and say, well, let's start again. So I have my gratitude journal with my prayer requests. I have my plan in place so that next time I go and I'm in a situation where this could turn ugly, I have a plan in place to message my one friend who will hold me accountable later. So trust me, that's a line I don't want to cross. And number 3, we've started the no spend year from today on. There is something that I do need to update or modify, maybe is a better word, in my no spend year. The whole idea here is something sticking to what we need. I have Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, and other characters. Thor running through my house right now. It's an Avenger life. The amendment. Back in December, there was a group of our church ladies that said that we just wanted to meet out for coffee once a month and kind of fellowship and just have a breather, and that's going to be starting up this month, or yeah, that's going to be starting back up. We kind of took a break off for Christmas, and we're going to be starting back up this month. So I have decided I'll put the money for that in an envelope, and I'm going to participate in that because I'm also the kind of person that I'm not going to go with my own cup of coffee and chat and do all this. Like, I don't want anybody to feel unease. I don't want anything, so this is something that I can do. Number 2, I also want to make sure that if I am needed as a friend, I am available. And sometimes that means going where there isn't kids so that you can be open and raw. And like today, what that'll look like is a friend and I are going to the coffee shop just to sit, chat, and open and pray, and just so I can be there for her. And again, and I can go there and I can say, oh, I don't want anything. That's just very awkward, and I'm not going to do that. So I've decided to amend my no spend in this way, just to make things. Why do you have your swim trunks under your jeans?
How do you see those?
I could tell they were under there.
Oh, because I'm going to take because I need it.
Never a dull moment. So that will be the amendment to this, but I am still determined to do this. I still have the ambition to complete this goal. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. The next video that you'll see coming out the 31st of the end of the month, unfortunately it wasn't ready for January, and that is my deepest apologies and regrets. I had hoped to have this filmed before now. It just didn't happen. But that video is going to be gifts you can give on a no spend year. So stay tuned for that, please. And until next week, stay strong, as strong as your coffee, and I will see you in my next video. God bless.